You guys asked for more coffee roasting videos, and here it is. Sweet Maria sent an awesome package. Let's check it out. So let's check out what they sent me. I reached out to them and they said, hey, we'd sponsor a video, and so they sent this out. I've ordered from them in the past and I really liked what I got, so I just asked them, what do you recommend for people starting out? So this is what they sent me, and it's pretty cool how simple you can do this. I mean, here's a little tin here if you want. Coffee degasses after you roast it, so this is an option here where you can put coffee. It has a little plastic lid, so CO2 will release, hopefully air won't come in. And let's see here, they recommended 2 pounds of coffee. They sent me the first pound is Guatemalan Zimbalaju producers. I can't pronounce it. So they recommended that. And they also recommended, let's see here, Sweet Maria's Ethiopiques blend. I love Ethiopian coffee, so they also sent this. And yeah, so I'm sure they'd be great for espresso. And let's see here, they also sent some one-way degassing bags. So this is like how you find coffee in stores. You see the little one-way valve. So CO2 can release, but air doesn't get in. So that's great for storing coffee. They sent some of these cool coasters. And let's see here. Oh, look at this awesome picture. So this is like a classic example, like looks like they're transporting raw coffee in Colombia there. So, I mean, really they work directly with the farmers, it seems like, and, you know, they're really involved with, you know, a farm to consumer there. And oh yeah, here's some paper bags if you're more into paper. Some people prefer paper instead of plastic. So this would be great for gifts. I'm actually going to make some coffee for my dad for his birthday here. So there's that. And last but certainly not least, we've got, looks like some awesome stickers. This is actually the coffee plant, so it's pretty cool thinking about it that way. Alright, so the first thing you want to get is a coffee roaster, a popcorn popper actually. This is like $5 at Goodwill, and you want the kind that has a flat bottom and it goes counterclockwise with the fins, not the kind that shoots straight up. So this is perfect. You want the flat bottom kind, so that's $5. Okay, you're also going to get a variable speed router controller. This is designed to control routers, and it's a variable voltage control, and I just use it to adjust the temperature on my roaster. So this really helps me slow down the roast, develop the beans from the inside out, and gives me a proper roasting time of about 10 minutes. So that way you don't scorch the beans, it kind of evenly cooks them, and so this really just gives me control. And for $15, it's a must-have. I think this is about as cheap as you can get. And another must-have is to get a wooden spoon. This helps, agitate the beans, helps get rid of chaff. That's the outer layer of the bean. And if it burns the spoon, no big deal because it's just wood. And obviously this is kind of an optional thing, but this is a air mattress pump. It's a strong fan basically, so this will help me cool the beans very rapidly to stop them from continuing to roast. You don't want to, roast coffee and then have it continue to roast because you're not cooling it fast enough. So this is just an optional thing that helps me cool beans very rapidly. And here's just like a little glass vase. I guess it was from like a lamp, but it helps keep the coffee inside the roaster when I turn it on, and you don't want coffee flying everywhere. So this is an optional thing for like $1 or $2. And we have a fine mesh strainer. I just use this, put my coffee beans in the bottom of it, and then I put the fan underneath this. So this is how I cool my beans very rapidly. And I'd recommend, a stainless steel mesh type of thing. That way you don't have to worry about it melting. So yeah, that's like $5. And I'm just using my iPad here as a timer. I just, right around 5 minutes or so, I start to crank the roaster up here. So let's get into it. Alright, so I start my timer and I turn on the variable speed router controller, and I put about a half a cup or so, and I'm just gonna kind of stir it up, and I'm on low right now, so you can see the beans are really green, and I'm just gonna keep stirring. This agitates the beans, gets rid of chaff, and it helps dry them out more evenly because the fan in there doesn't move the beans at this low of a voltage. So you can see here's an original bean and here's a dried out bean. That's what you want. You want it to really dry it out properly. You don't want to just burn it. So I'm going to do this for about 5 minutes. This is when my iPad died, so I'm just going to do it from my watch here. But you can just kind of do it by color, and when it starts to get light enough, you can crank the variable speed router controller, and you can see the beans are starting to move themselves here. Alright, so I'll roast the coffee beans on high for about 5 minutes or so, and coffee actually goes through 2 different cracks when you're roasting. The first one is like a popcorn crack, and the second one's kind of like little snaps, and that's kind of how you can tell what roast level you're at. So this went right up to the second crack, so it's like a full city plus roast, and I'm going to cool these as fast as I can with this fan here, and you can see they're pretty evenly roasted. You can see a little bit of chaff right in the middle of the bean. And this is pretty much ideal for me for espresso. So here's an original bean, and here is a roasted bean. You can see they double in volume, but they actually lose like half of their water mass. So it's pretty interesting. Again, you can do like a French roast. You can just do like a city roast. So I'm going to put these into bags, let them degas for a day, and then you can drink it. And I would say you want to, consume this within a week, because otherwise it just kind of loses freshness, just like any other coffee. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And thank you, Sweet Maria's, for sponsoring this video. I'll definitely do more in the future.